Well, all right. Welcome back. It's another episode of Tiki Talk and Backyard Adventures. And once again, my name is John Carlo, your captain of cocktails and the host of this channel and the bartender of the Tiki Village Bar in the Woods. But we're not in the woods, obviously. We're indoors today. Beautiful fall day, cold outside, and we're going to make a drink. I'm at my folks' house, just a little, this is what we call this, instead of a guest appearance, this is a guest bar appearance. Guest bar at my folks' house. This is the bar. Let's get behind it and make a drink. Come on. Well, all right, I am back. So I'm at my folks' house tonight, and I felt like making this drink. My cousin reached out to me the other day, and Frank's like, "Hey, cuz, I just had this great drink, and you need to try it. You love old fashions, yeah, I do. How about a Wisconsin old fashioned?" It's like, interesting. A Wisconsin old fashioned. So we're gonna make a Wisconsin old fashioned, courtesy of my cousin sending me down this to request to make this drink. It's absolutely delicious, and let's go ahead and make it. So the Wisconsin old fashioned is similar to a regular old fashioned. Regular old fashioned, of course, is with your whiskey, your bourbon, classic old fashioned. The Wisconsin, however, is made with brandy. Brandy, she a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Anyways, made with brandy, and the reason why it's brandy is because it's Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is the largest consumer of brandy. Big German population up there. You got to think the 1700s, 16, 17, 19, 18th century. Brandy was pretty much the go-to drink or spirit. It wasn't until after the Revolutionary War, really, that whiskey kind of took over in America because, well, first off, it was cheaper to make. You had corn, your grains, and everything more accessible as opposed to the brandy, which they had to import from overseas. So hence why we don't really see a lot of brandy drinks these days. When you go to bars, not many people are ordering a brandy, straight up brandy. Like when I watch old movies and historic movies, like even the pirates, you'd always thought rum, but I always saw them ordering, "I'll take a brandy." So we're going to go ahead and make a Wisconsin old fashioned, brandy forward. Don't use cognac. You can, but that really doesn't make it a Wisconsin old fashioned. So we're going to get our glass, we're going to get our jigger, but we're going to first build the bottom base of our Wisconsin. You're going to start off with your orange. Of course, I'm at my folks' house and I just raided their pantry, and thank God my mom is always good about keeping stuff around the house. She had all this stuff in there, so we're going to start off with a little bit of an orange. We're going to muddle this orange. So we put a little piece of orange in the bottom of there. Of course, this is a little tiny, little cutie orange. Shout out to my wife, Joy. She made this beautiful cutting board because I don't want to dirty my parents' bar. So thank you for that. So she made this cutting board. We're going to use it. We got our little bit of orange down there, or a cutie. We're going to start off now with that, and we're going to put a couple little cherries. Let's do two. One, and let's get the stem off this guy here. And two. Two little cherries in there. And then a 1/4 ounce of your simple syrup. 1/4 ounce simple syrup. And that's that. Oh, can't forget your bitters. And of course your Angostura bitters, or your Ango, 1, 2, and 3. 3 dashes of your bitters. And now we muddle. Muddle, muddle, muddle. Muddle. You want to make a little paste. Try not to muddle the rind too much, because then you don't want all the little bits and chunks of rind peel in there, but try to get the actual fruit, the cherry, everything in there, and just muddle away. Ooh, muddle, muddle, muddle. Ooh, yeah, nice little chunky paste down there. And of course, lick your muddle stick. All right, now, so we got our muddled concoction down there, your orange, your cherry, your bitters, and your simple syrup. You can also use a sugar cube. But I like simple syrup. It dissolves a little easier than sugar, hard sugar. If it's not a hot liquid, it doesn't really dissolve that good. And from there, now we add our brandy. Let's look behind us and see what we have. Oh, beautiful, ooh, we have a little St. Remy French brandy. Again, you can use cognac, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to use regular brandy as it calls for. Now, when you're at someone else's house and you're at their bar, these are little bar etiquette 101. Never, ever, without asking, just take their bottle of liquor and start drinking it. Never open up a bottle that hasn't already been opened. I got a nice bottle of brandy right there, but it's not open, so I don't want to do that and disrespect my folks and open that nice bottle even though I really want to, but one year I'll get it. So anyways, but this one's opened, so we shall drink it. And we're only going to do 2 ounces of a brandy right on in your glass. Yeah. Don't kill a bottle at someone else's house. You can, have a shot or one, and be respectful. Don't drink all their shit. That's so disrespectful. So, thank God my parents gave me carte blanche. They know I don't abuse it. Hell, I grew up in a house full of liquor and bars and all that. Growing up, me and my cousins would get behind the bar and play cocktail and play bartender. So, kind of a fun thing for me. I love doing it. So, we got that right in there. Now, we're going to add our ice. Now, normally in an old-fashioned, I like a big fat rock. But with the Wisconsin old-fashioned, they calls for crushed ice. And the reason being is you got all that gunkiness in the bottom. And if you just put it on there, what a big old ice is going to float around. So the crushed ice kind of keeps it in there. You can also strain it and put a big fat rock like a regular old-fashioned. But we're going to do the original recipe, and we're just going to add a bunch of crushed ice. And I'm assuming because you're in Wisconsin, and it's cold up there, and snowy, so it's just Wisconsin-y kind of thing. And then we're going to top it off with some Sprite. You have a sour, a sweet, or a press with the Wisconsin Old Fashioned. The sweet is going to be with a Sprite or 7-Up. A sour, just top it off. A sour is going to be with grapefruit soda, like a squirt. So if you love a squirter, which a lot of you out there I know do, love a squirter, I'd go with the sour and get some squirt right on in there. Have fun with that. Or press is going to be a combination of your club soda with your Sprite. So right now we're just doing a sweet because I am. So we're going to do sweet. And now we're going to give it a little stir with our, oh yeah, just get it all together, infuse it. Oh, that looks good. And now we got to garnish. So we're going to get our toothpick. Let's get another cherry. And let's get another little bit of the wedge right here. Toothpick, cherry, garnish. There you go. And there you have it. That is your Wisconsin Old Fashioned. Let's take a sip. God damn, cuz that's a good drink. I like that. So, again, a little history. Brandy, pretty much made with your fruits like grapes, pears, apples, peaches, apricots. Your whiskey's more of your corn and your grains. And another reason why the pirates used to drink a lot of brandy is because that's what they had. But once they got to the Caribbean and they discovered rum, that was a benefit that was very, 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 very nice. And that's the reason why the pirates never ruled the world, is because of rum. Rum is the reason that pirates never ruled the world. But rum is also derived from molasses, the waste of the molasses and the sugar cane, as opposed to brandy with your fruits. So real simple, similar, but that is it right there. So you can do a rum old fashioned. This is a brandy old fashioned, aka the Wisconsin. So cheers again. That's delicious. So anyways, like, click, subscribe, all that good stuff you see down there. And if you have any suggestions for me to make another drink, please put it in the comments or send me a message. I would love to make it for you. If you want me to guest appearance at your bar, I would love to do that as well too. So you pay for the flight and I'll make you a drink. Y'all have a great day. Cheers. Mahalo. Till next time. Yo ho ho and a bottle of brandy.